Okay, good morning all. See theorem 1.4. Let alpha comma beta be the real roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and alpha is less than beta. Then first one, x belongs to R, alpha less than x, x less than beta. Then ax square plus bx plus c and a will have the opposite sign. Will have the opposite signs. Second, x belongs to R, x less than alpha, or x greater than beta. Then ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same sign. So first let us prove now. The roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are alpha comma beta, provided alpha less than beta. Now consider ax square plus bx plus c, a common, x square plus b by a, x plus c by a. So now, since alpha comma beta are the roots, we know that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. B by a is minus of alpha plus beta. Product of the roots is alpha beta, that is c by a. So c by a is replaced by alpha beta. So if you factorize it, you will be getting a times x minus alpha into x minus beta. So dividing by both sides here, ax square plus bx plus c by a is nothing but here. If alpha comma beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, ax square plus bx plus c by a is nothing but x minus alpha into x minus beta. So that is equation 1. Suppose x belongs to R and alpha less than x, x less than beta. If you draw the number line, this x lies in between alpha comma beta. So if you observe, this x is greater than alpha, this x will be less than beta. So we get two cases. X greater than alpha, that means x minus alpha is greater than 0, x less than beta, x minus beta is less than 0. So that means this will be x minus alpha will be positive, x minus beta is negative. If you find the product x minus alpha into x minus beta, obviously becomes less than 0. See, so now ax square plus bx plus c by a, that is x minus alpha into x minus beta. X minus alpha is positive, whereas x minus beta is negative. Plus into minus equal to, you get minus. That means this will be less than 0. So therefore we conclude that in this case, what do we conclude here? So as it is less than 0, so here we get two cases. What are the two cases? So plus divided by minus, you get minus, or minus divided by plus, you get minus. So that means both have ax square plus bx plus c, and a will have the different signs, opposite signs. So that we conclude here. So therefore ax square plus bx plus c and a will have the opposite signs. Right, the first one is completed. As for the second one is concerned, yes, suppose
Sir, now it is third one, sir.
no, it's second one only. First one completed. Now just now. Suppose x belongs to R and also here x less than alpha. So x less than alpha means you take the number line. For example, alpha, beta are the roots of the ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Or we say that alpha comma beta are the zeros of the expression ax square plus bx plus c. So that means x less than alpha means on the number line x lies here. Suppose x is less than alpha means obviously x also less than beta. Am I correct? By means of this number line. So first we write like this. First of all, let us write, see, we conclude that x is less than alpha means x is less than alpha as well as alpha is less than beta. So here we get two cases again now. x minus alpha is less than 0, x minus beta also less than 0. X minus alpha less than 0, x minus beta less than 0 means x minus alpha negative, x minus beta negative, x minus alpha into x minus beta, negative into negative positive. So therefore we get here ax square plus bx plus c upon a is nothing but x minus alpha into x minus beta. So x minus alpha into x minus beta becomes, this is actually what do you write now here, greater than 0. Suppose x is less than alpha, ax square plus bx plus c and a will have the same sign that we can write. So therefore we conclude ax square plus bx plus c and a will have not opposite sign, same sign. Same sign means ax square plus bx plus c is positive, a is positive, positive by positive, positive, or negative by negative, positive. That means ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same sign, right? And one more is there in this one also, x greater than beta also there. That also we need to discuss in second condition. Suppose, see, suppose x belongs to real number as well as x greater than beta. Take the number line. If you take the number line, alpha, beta are the roots of the ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. X is greater than beta means here on the number line x will be here. X obviously greater than beta means x is also greater than alpha. So that means x greater than beta means x is greater than beta and greater than alpha. That implies we can write x minus alpha greater than 0, x minus beta also greater than 0. Both are positive. Both are positive. So therefore now ax square plus bx plus c upon a is nothing but x minus alpha into x minus beta. So x minus alpha into x minus beta means x minus alpha is positive into x minus beta also positive. Positive into positive, positive. Obviously greater than 0. So therefore, even x greater than beta also, x greater than beta also. So now we can write therefore ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same sign. So now what do we conclude? Very simple manner. If alpha comma beta are the roots of real roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, one case, one note we can write directly like this. Suppose alpha less than x, x less than beta, then ax square plus bx plus c and a will have the opposite signs. Opposite signs. Suppose x is greater than or less than alpha or x greater than beta, then ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same sign. So this is the theorem. Okay. So let us go for the problems now. Examples.
Once your previous page, sir.
Monsieur 19th page, sir.
Sir, show first.
This is the first page. Right. So examples. For what values of x belongs to R, the following expressions, the following expressions are positive. Or positive means the following expressions are greater than 0. That means first question, x square minus 5x plus 6. So first we need to check that whether we need to apply 1.3 theorem or 1.4 theorem. Sorry, 1.4 theorem or 1.3. If you want to apply the 1.3, if the roots are imaginary, we can apply directly 1.3 theorem. If the roots are not imaginary, then we go for 1.4 theorem.
1.4 theorem, sir.
Yes. So that means first of all, here write down solution. Given expression. So given expression is x square minus 5x plus 6. So in this expression, let us find out delta, because we need to find out nature of the roots. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Discriminant minus 5 square minus 4 into 1 into 6.
Minus 1, sir. Minus 1.
25 minus 24. 1. This is positive. That means actually here roots are real and distinct. That means here it has the roots alpha comma beta. That means it can be factorized. X square minus 5x plus 6 can be factorized. So that means now this x square minus 5x plus 6 can be factorized. X square minus 3x minus 2x, this will be plus 6. Take x common, we have x minus 3. Take minus 2 common, we have x minus 3. So this we can write x minus 3 common out, or x minus 3 into x minus 2, or x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now you need to find out the roots of x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. To find the roots, x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equated to 0. If you equate it to 0, you get x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. You take a number line. So on a number line, actually, this is the 2 and 3. So we need to check this is positive. Positive means actually, you see, here one case, coefficient of x square also write down here. Coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? Coefficient of x square is 1, that is positive. So you remember one thing, it should be positive. It should be positive means the x value must be either here or here. Am I correct or not? Because since a coefficient of x square is positive, because whenever x less than alpha or x greater than beta, then they have the same sign. But we need positive, because x square is positive means to be x square minus 5x plus 6 positive, x must be less than alpha or x must be greater than beta. That means here alpha is 2, beta is 3. So therefore, what do you write now answer here? Therefore, the given expression as for theorem number 4, given expression is positive when x is less than 2 or x greater than 3, or even this can be expressed like this also, or x belongs to minus infinity comma 2 union 3 to infinity, or you can write this symbol also, capital R, all real numbers except 2 comma 3, because the value does not lie between 2 comma 3, but 2 is not included, 3 is not included, so that's why closed 2 comma 3. 3 ways answer you can write. This is the answer. So the expression is positive when x less than 2 or x greater than 3. Otherwise, you can say x belongs to minus infinity comma 2 open intervals union 3 2 comma infinity open interval, or capital R minus closed 2 comma 3. Shall I move to next question?
Yes, sir.
Right. Second question. So for what values of x belongs to R, the expression is positive. That was the question here also. X square minus 5x plus 14. Okay, let us find out the factors now for this one. If it is b square minus 4 is greater than 0 only, otherwise go to 1.3 theorem. Given expression x square minus 5x plus 14. First delta to determine
Minus 31 will become sir delta. Delta value is minus 31.
b square minus 4ac
It is less than 0.
minus 5 square 4 into 1 into 14 25 minus 56, correct?
It's 31, sir, and it is less than 0.
Minus 31 is less than 0. That means roots are imaginary. The roots are imaginary means 1 point theorem 1.3. Roots are imaginary. Since roots are imaginary, coefficient of x square is important. Coefficient of x square is equal to 1, that is
And it is
positive, greater than 0. So therefore, we can conclude that for every x belongs to R, x square minus 5x plus 14 is always positive, is always greater than 0. Greater than 0 is always positive.
Sir, if coefficient of x square is negative, then we need to apply theorem 2.3, sir.
No. If the providing same condition up to imaginary, if the coefficient of x square is negative, then we say that for every x belongs to R, x square minus 5x plus 14 is always negative. That right. Same sign. Whatever sign x square has, same sign will be followed by the x square minus 5x plus 14. It is positive, I have written positive. If it is negative, we will write negative. That's all. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Shall I go for third question now?
Yes, sir.
Third one. Four x minus 5x square plus 1. Okay. Here given for our convenience, I will write minus 5x square plus 4x plus 4y, because we need to put in the form of ax square plus bx plus c form. Delta b square minus 4ac. b is 4, 4 square.
Sir,
Hmm.
it will negative, sir. Both quotient and delta.
Let us see. 4 square minus 4 into a is minus 5, c is 1. 16 plus 20, 26 is positive. Now theorem number 1.4.
Sir, 16, sir. You wrote 6.
Yes, 36.
36.
Yes, 36 also positive. Now, here we need to find now roots of 4x minus 5x square plus 1 is equal to 0 are x is equal to minus b plus or minus root delta upon 2a. So minus b means actually b is 4 minus 4 plus or minus root 36 upon 2a. Upon 2a means minus 10. Correct? So this equals to minus 4 plus or minus 6 upon minus 10. So you get like this, minus 4 minus 6 upon minus 10, comma, minus 4 plus 6 upon minus 10. So you get minus 10 by minus 10, 1, 2 by minus 10, minus upon 5. Here alpha is minus 1 upon 5, beta is 1. If you take the number line like this. So here actually we'll write like this, take the number line. Here number line, see first this is minus 1 by 5. This will be alpha. This is 1. This will be beta. So now here actually two cases. For example, x is here. X is here. Otherwise, x lies in between here. Then we say that this coefficient of x square, you see coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square here? Coefficient
Yes.
of x
Minus
square.
and it is less than 0.
Coefficient of x square is minus 5, that is less than 0. So that means whenever actually x lies between alpha comma beta, they will have the opposite sign. Opposite sign means if the coefficient of x square is negative, expression will have positive. But we need positive. Absolutely, the x value must lie between alpha comma beta. That means x belongs to minus 1 by 5, 1 upon 5 comma 1. Or x lies between minus 1 by 5 comma 1 itself only, according to the theorem 1.4. So they have the different signs if x lies between alpha comma beta. So therefore we can write like this. The given expression is positive. The given expression is positive. Positive means greater than 0. When you write down like this, when minus 1 by 5 less than x less than 1,
And
or x belongs to open minus 1 by comma 1. Both ways you can write it. It's completed. So when it is negative, when the expression is negative,
when x is less than,
when x is less than minus 1 by 5 or x greater than 1.
yes sir.
Right. Next, in this second example, for what value of x belongs to R, the following expressions are negative. The following expressions or negative? First question. X square minus 5x minus 6. So first let us check whether they have the real and distinct roots or imaginary. Imaginary means directly go to the 1.3 theorem. Otherwise theorem number 1.4. So first given expression, x square minus 5x minus 6 delta b square minus 4ac. So minus 5 square, 4 into coefficient of x square is 1 minus 6, 25 plus 24, whose value is 49. Am I correct?
49, sir.
Yes. So now coefficient of x square also write down. That is
Is
important.
greater than 0.
Coefficient of x square is very important. Coefficient of x square is 1, that is positive. Accordingly, we need to write it.
And it is
Roots-
positive.
yes, roots are real. That means whenever positive means whenever x less than alpha, x greater than beta is actually positive. But we are asked for negative. X lies between alpha comma beta, we need to write answer. But alpha beta we need to find out. So that's why now consider x. X is equal to, we can write minus b plus or minus root delta, because we know the delta. Directly proceed for quadratic formula. It will be easy. So minus b. B is minus 5. Already minus of minus plus 5. Root 7. Root 49 is 7 upon 2a. 2a is 2. We get like this 5 minus 7 upon 2, comma 5 plus 7 upon 2. This will be minus 2 by 2. And, wait. Minus 1 comma 12 by 2. 6 minus 1 comma 6. So now you take the number line. So this is minus 1, 6. First locate minus 1 and 6. So this is alpha. This is beta. X should lie here. So therefore, according to the 1-point theorem, if the roots are real, then what do you say that now? See, if alpha lies, x lies between alpha and beta, then they have the different sign, opposite sign.
X is greater than alpha and less than beta.
No. This is positive, but we are asked for negative here. Both coefficient of x square and expression should have the different signs. Different signs means just check the theorem. What is the theorem? Check. As for the theorem, alpha less than x, x less than beta, then ax square plus bx plus c, and a have the opposite sign. Opposite that of the coefficient of x square. So that means we can write like this. The given expression is negative, not positive. Negative when minus 1 less than x, x less than 6. Or you can write x belongs to open minus 1 comma 6. For example, when the expression is positive, means in regarding same question, what we need to write? We need to write like this: x is less than minus 1 or x is greater than 6. Or we can write like this: x belongs to minus infinity comma minus 1 union 6 to infinity. Or we can write x belongs to capital R minus open minus 1 comma 6. 3 ways we can write, but it is only 2 ways in a negative. Okay. Sometimes the same question may be asked as like this: discuss the signs of the expression when x is real. That means you need to discuss when it is positive and when it is negative and when it is 0 also. When the expression is 0, when x is equal to minus 1 And when x is equal to 6, this is 0. Discuss the signs means you need to discuss three concepts: when it is positive, when it is negative, and when it is 0. So third,
Sir, so last.
Once your 24th page, sir. Okay, sir.
discuss the sign of the expression x square minus 5x plus 4 when x belongs to real number, not complex number, real number. Only in the domain of real number system only we need to discuss sign. Now solution. First we need to decide. So the nature of the roots now. Given expression x square minus 5x plus 4 delta is b square minus 4ac. So minus 5 square, 4 times 1 times 4,
9, sir, and it is greater than 0.
25 minus 16, that is 9, is positive. So it is positive means roots are real and distinct. That means theorem number 1.4. Theorem number 1.4. What does theorem number 1.4 state? See, x less than alpha or x greater than beta, ax square plus bx plus c and a will have the what kind of sign? Same sign. If
Same, sir.
alpha less than x, x less than beta, ax square plus bx plus c and a will have opposite sign. That we need to discuss now here. So coefficient of x square is the vital role, plays vital role.
Greater than 0.
Coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square is 1, that is positive. So now you need to find out the roots now. So x is equal to minus d plus or minus root delta upon 2a. So we have 5 plus or minus root 9 upon 2a. 2a means 2. This will be 5 plus or minus 3 upon 2. You get like this: 5 minus 3 by 2.
4, 4,
5 plus 3 by 2. You get 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4. So 1 comma 4 means actually first we can write like this now. So you take the number line, for example, this will be 1, this will be 4. Right. So first we need to discuss positive. After that negative. Then we go for otherwise. Both ways you can, as for the theorem, let us go. First negative, next go for positive. Zeros. So you write down like this. If, for example, if x lies between 1 and 4, that means if 1 less than x, x less than 4, then we say that x square minus 5x plus 4 and coefficient of x square, a, that is coefficient of x square is a, will have the same sign. Will have opposite sign. This sign is actually what now? Positive. Opposite sign means less than 0. Completed. For example, if x less than 1 or x greater than 4, then ax square plus bx plus c and a means coefficient of x square, will have same sign. Same sign means what is the sign here? Positive. It should be also positive. So x square minus 5x plus 4 is greater than 0. It should be positive. So very, very important thing. When x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 4, That means if you put x is equal to 1, it becomes 0. If you put x is equal to 4, it becomes 0. So that's why then this x square minus 5x plus 4 becomes 0. That we need to write it. Shall I give one more question? Shall you try?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fourth question. I
Yes, sir.
discuss, discuss the sign of the expression x square minus 7x plus 10 when x belongs to R.
Sir, can't hear your voice, sir.
No, I have given the choice to you. 2 minutes time. Can you do it or not? Shall I do?
We will do, sir.
Okay, that's why only. Okay, tell me what is the first step?
But first we need to find the delta.
Hmm.
Delta value is 9 and greater than 0. Sir, coefficient of x square is 1 and it is positive, sir. Both are positive.
Hmm. Okay. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. That is minus 7 square minus 4 times 1 times 10. 49.
49. Sir. 49 minus 10, sir. 49 minus 40.
49 minus 40. This will
And
be
it
9
is 9. It is positive.
greater than 0. So now the roots, sorry, coefficient of x square we need to write first.
1. Quotient of x square is 1 and it is greater than 0. Positive.
Yes.
X equal to, when
Coefficient
x
of
equal
x
to
square
8
is
or
equal
minus
to-
1, sir. Roots of x is 8 comma minus 1.
Now the roots, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root delta upon 2a.
X is minus, x is 8 or minus 1, sir. 8 or minus 1.
7 plus or minus root 9. Root 9 is 3 upon
2
2a.
or 5, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. 2 or 5. 2 or 5. 2 or
7
5.
minus 3 by 2. 7 plus 3 by 2. 4 by 2. 4 by 2 means 2. 10 by 2. 2 or 5. Absolutely correct. That means on a number line, what do you get now here? This is 2.